Hey y'all, this is Kim with Creative Escapades. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm so excited that you joined me today, and I'm excited to show you what I'm going to be making. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today's project is going to be something totally different I've been wanting to do for a while. I am going to try to learn how to make my own silicone molds. So I am using this Aero Marine 125 silicone RTV rubber. It's just like resin. It's a part A and a part B 1-to-1 ratio. You have a 15-minute working time and then it cures within 2 hours. So I want to try to make some crystals using these crystals that I've already bought as my templates, I guess you would say, for the mold. So I've got the lid to a CD case here, and I just put some regular packing tape on it, and I cut the bottom off of the cup there and then drew around the edge of the cup so I would know where the boundaries would be, so I could not get it too close to the wall and not too close to each other. And then I'm using a hot gun or a glue gun, and I am just putting glue to hold them in place, and then all around the cup to hold it in place and to also keep the silicone from seeping out until it cures. So this one is a little bit taller, so I'm going to cut a taller mold for it. And I cut the top and the bottom off of it. I'm going to draw around it where I know where to put my hot glue. And then we're just going to glue some more of the crystals onto the CD lid. And the hot glue doesn't mess with the tape. It doesn't burn it or anything or pick it up from the lid at all. It works perfect for this, and it gives you a really nice smooth surface for your silicone also. So we're just going to glue this one down, and then I'm going to get ready to mix my silicone up. So I'm using these, not really sure how much I'm going to need, and I'm using these 2 small cups to measure it out, and it's 1 ounce in each cup. And I'm just marking the cup so that I can see where to pour to, because I want to make sure I get the exact amount. And then I'll pour both of these into the larger cup and then mix it up. So there's the A, and the A is just like resin. It's much thicker than the B part. So I'm going to put the B in, and then the A, and then you do it just like you would do resin. You're going to mix it until you no longer see any streaks in it. And you can feel it if you go too long stirring, it gets thicker and thicker. So I've got this first mixed up, and the instructions were to pour it to the side of whatever you're using as your that you're trying to make a mold of, and to pour it from up high so that if there's any bubbles in the silicone mix, that it stretches those bubbles out and allows it to pop. So I can tell you already I'm not going to have enough to fill this mold up and to totally cover my little crystals in there. So I'm going to be mixing up some more. But I'm going to use, I don't want to overmix, so I ended up mixing up 2 more cupfuls, so actually 4 ounces altogether to fill these 2 molds up, or 6 ounces altogether to fill these 2 molds up. And I'm going to just let them set and then we'll come back in a little bit and see what we have. But there's bubbles on top that are coming up and popping. So it doesn't say to apply heat or not to apply heat, so I just left them. But, okay, I actually did one more too while I was doing. So now it's time. They are cured, and I'm going to pull them, and I'm just going to gently try to separate them away from the, there it comes, from the CD case. And then I'm going to remove the plastic and the cup. And I tried to get the crystals out just by pushing them out, and this mold is just too deep for me to do that. So I cut slightly on the side, and I'm letting the back of my X-Acto knife run down the edge of the crystal, and then I'm pulling downward to cut the mold straight down. And it won't damage the mold. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I got it all the way to the crystal, just like that. And because once you get the crystal out of there and you're ready to put resin in there, you just wrap a rubber band around it and it will hold it securely in place. So there's one crystal out. And now we're going to work on this other one. This is the big one that had all the different cuts to it. So just have to wiggle it back and forth until you work it out. There it is. And then the silicone fits back snugly together, and then when you put a rubber band on it, you can't even tell it's cut. So I'm going to do that to the rest of these. Just cut the cup and then remove that and the glue. And see, I'm trying to pull them out because these were smaller, but except for that one big long one, and I still couldn't do it. So just cut down the edge. Make sure you cut far enough you can wiggle it, and then you'll be able to pull it out. This one had a little bit of silicone over the whole of the crystals, so I was making sure that I cleared that. I didn't want to tear the top of the mold. And now we'll do this one. Same thing. Get rid of that. Cutting down. Removing the little crystal. There they are. They're all done. So, I thought I had pushed the button when I was ready to pour my resin, but apparently I didn't. So I have used these now, and I have made some resin crystals, and you saw me take the rubber bands off, so you're going to be able to see here in a minute how well it works, even though the side, see that? It's a little one. The side of the mold was cut, and I just gently work the resin loose and pull out the crystal. And to color these, I used Maribu Aqua alcohol inks, and then glass slipper glitter from Glitter Designs by 2. And they made a beautiful, beautiful color, and they really sparkle. There's a big one. And that's the kind of chunky fat one. And my molds are still, I can make more and more and more. I don't know how many times you can reuse these molds, but that was the other big one. Then I got some smaller ones here. And then I also took a, don't do this, but I took one of my rubber coaster molds that are round, and I filled it up with several sizes of crystals and then poured silicone, and I actually had to cut the sides of the mold off and just leave it on the bottom and cut through the top to pull them through. But you can see it still worked because I got a bunch of crystals there. And now I am going to use a coaster that I made with a round rubber mold that I already had, just like the brown one there that I made the crystals with. And I'm going to add these crystals to the surface of this coaster to make a phone holder. And I got this idea from my friend Tish over at Naptime Creations. And if you have never been to Naptime Creations channel, you need to go check her out. She is awesome resin artist. She's an artist, period, but I love her channel. I love to watch what she makes. And she actually made phone holder off of one of her coasters by adding a cluster of crystals to the top, and then at the foot to make the or at the bottom edge to make the foot of the phone holder. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to try to make one, and I wanted to do the crystals with the color in it that matches the coaster. So I'm just picking them out as I go, seeing how they look, and then hot gluing them down to the surface of the coaster. And then once I get them all on there, I'm going to let them set for a little while, and then I'm going to do a top coat of resin over the coaster so that it will hold them in place for sure. So just putting a few of them, smaller ones at the bottom. And you can do this any way you want to, however you want to place your crystals on there. If you want taller ones at the back out. Also, I just use little short ones there to hold it in place. I just kind of wanted to design that just to hold my phone. I think it's cool. I love it. I love it. And I love these colors. It's so sparkly. Look at that. So thank you, Tish, for that wonderful idea. And we're going to let this set and cool for a little bit and put some resin on it. And maybe I'll put one more there. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that one. I don't know. We're going to let it set and just make sure that glue is completely dried and hard before I put the next top coat of resin on it. And then I also want to make sure I get all those strings. Man, hot glue is so stringy, isn't it? But I want to make sure I get all those off because I don't want those in my resin. And then I still have all those others that I can use for something else. And it will be fun. So let me bring this up close to you. You can see all that sparkle. I love that glass slipper glitter. It is so pretty. It doesn't matter what you put it on. It just takes on a life all its own. But here it is. It's all done. I've already put the top layer of resin on. And I used the green backdrop, and I think it made the whole thing look a whole lot more green. It actually is Aqua, but whatever you place it against, it picks up that color. But look at that sparkle from that glass slipper glitter. It is so pretty. And some of them are a little bit darker. They're different shades. I also used some little pieces of gems in the center when I made the coaster. it just all just came together so pretty. I love it. Here it is looking more like the color it should be. And it's different. And it's pretty. And I like it. So, here's the foot. I think next time when I make one, I will bring the crystals up, another large crystal in front, just to push the phone up a little bit higher. You'll see here in just a second, I use my daughter's phone so you could see how it sets onto the holder. And I think the bottom is fine. It's just the right height. It's not blocking the view of the phone at all. And this is what it looks like right here from the side. Fits in there perfectly. Here's the bottom footer. And this is the overall view, so you can see that you're a slant of the phone. So this was so much fun to make. Again, I want to thank Tish. Don't forget to go check out her channel. And the description for everything I use will be listed below. The links where I got the silicone will also be down there. I have made so many different molds in the last couple days. They are so much fun. But I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you have, please click like and share. If you're interested in owning one of these, let me know. I'll be glad to make one. I'm going to be making some and putting them in my Etsy shop. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you do that now. And ring that bell. You'll get notified when I upload future videos. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below in the comment section. I love your feedback. I want to thank you for joining me, and I want to let you know that all the stuff that you do makes my channel grow, and I'm so appreciative for that. And I hope to see you in my next creative escapade. Bye bye for now.